And it is February right now, but you would be forgiven if you thought it felt a little spring-like. To help make sense of it all, our friend meteorologist Melissa Nora joining us now. I think you used a good phrase. You said, as we were off air, you said, a taste of spring.
Yes, it's false spring.
False spring. That's another phrase we've been hearing a lot in here. But it's if it's a falsehood, it's a nice, pleasant one right now.
Nobody is mad they're being faked. They'll hate it later when it gets cold again, I think. But yeah, things have been really nice outside. We've got the clouds today, but it's like the third or fourth day in a row we're up in the 60s, and we could be closer to records by tomorrow afternoon at this time. I think Thursday is the nicest day of the week in terms of how warm it's going to be with the dry conditions in the afternoon. But we will be also tracking some rain chances on the rise as well. I want to show you a live look right now. This is our camera in Noonan, down in Coweta County. You see the cloud cover out there. What you don't see are the raindrops reaching the ground. We have been tracking a couple of very isolated showers in a few spots, like a couple sprinkles, and that's about it. We're up to 67 in Atlanta. That's about where we were yesterday at this time. Notice to our west, there are upper 70s. A lot of warmth stretches across the whole eastern half of the country. And it's no surprise that with the warmth we've seen, the trees are starting to wake up from their winter hibernation. So we actually got in a great photo yesterday of some of the redbud trees that have been blooming a little bit. Tree pollen count in the high range for the third time so far this month. 189, that pollen count today. You ever heard of a redbud winter?
You know, I can always count on you, Melissa, to ask me a question
Folklore?
I don't know the answer
Okay.
to. No, I haven't, but you know what? I'm going to learn right now, I bet.
It's like, yeah, early in the season, a redbud winter, when the redbuds start blooming because you get so warm and then it gets cold again. Well, that's exactly what I expect to play out by the end of the weekend. There's clouds, there's a front west of us. It's not going to cool us down. It doesn't really pass through. But you see those rain chances sneaking up the next couple of days, 40% chance tomorrow, then up to a 70% chance by Saturday. And it's going to come from this weather system. Front slides in here on Friday, then it stalls out over our area for Saturday. So that leaves us with several rounds of showers, some locally heavy rain, some embedded thunderstorms within the mix as well. Friday itself, this is more garden variety nuisance in terms of the coverage area of the rain. So you can see model rainfall through Friday, generally a quarter of an inch or so. But then we go into Saturday, we see some of those higher rainfall amounts coming in. So between now and the second half of the weekend, we'll get a good ½ inch to 1.5 inches of rain. I think the rainfall amounts will widely vary, but we'll be watching that hour by hour. So here's the forecast track. We've got temperatures that are in the 60s this afternoon, right around 70 degrees. There's a couple of sprinkles out there, but it's not much. We'll start with the clouds in the morning. Then if we break into sunshine in the afternoon, we're going to be up in the 70s. So nice outside tomorrow. We get into Friday. Here come your scattered showers. It's garden variety, maybe a rumble of thunder in there. And then by Saturday morning, some areas of heavy rain work back over the area as the front is stalled right over us. So here comes our redbud winter. We've got spring-like warmth for now. Look at the temperature pattern by, if my clicker will work.
It can just stay when it's warm. If it just wants to stall out there, we can live with that.
I will put in the request. I'm not sure if it's possible, but I'll put it in.
The redbud winter is coming for us.
It is. Don't plant your sensitive blooms yet. I've been so tempted to do so, but you don't want to do so until at least April 1st. Tax day is the better day to use as a reference point, and this will show you what I mean by that.
Oh, there it is.
76 tomorrow, 75 on Friday. As the front clears out, the cold comes back in. We are in the 50s on Sunday during the afternoon. Monday morning, back below the freezing mark in most of North Georgia. 40s Monday afternoon as opposed to the upper 70s. It could feel Monday morning down in the low 20s versus the mid 70s where we are now. I don't know. That's like a 50-degree spread in what it's going to feel like at the next 5 days. Hashtag Georgia.
Hashtag Georgia. You know, it's funny. Every time I see the pollen count graphic, I think it's somewhere down at the bottom. It's something like provided by Asthma and Allergy Center of something or other.
Oh, yes.
And as somebody who moved to Georgia a long time ago who has asthma, I remember getting down here and being like, why am I coughing so much and sneezing so much? The pollen, it turns out, if you can see it with the naked eye, there's a lot of it here.
And when you move away and you come back, you're re-exposed to it, so it gets worse. So I had the same problem.
Yeah, because you've done the same thing, right?
Yep, came back, and then it's all the different pollens here, the hardwoods especially, that get you every year.
And the red buds too. I know that's red bud winter, but you got to look
buds
out for the red bud winter.
They're not too bad. I will say though, Atlanta Allergy and Asthma, they're the official like counter for the
That's
Atlanta
what I was.
area.
That was what I was not very artfully trying to say there.
No, it's okay. We put the courtesy on there so everybody knows where the data is coming from. It's not just coming from some arbitrary AI model. They're
Yep.
actual counts they do each and every day. And when it gets to peak of pollen season, they're every single morning, 7 days a week, through the whole month, they're up there counting the pollen grains.
And at the peak of pollen season, they have a lot to be counting.
Yes, they do.
All right, Melissa Nord, we appreciate it as always. We're going to make the best of this red bud winter.
Sure.